Your life, your experience. A wonderful idea of looking at your life as a super experiential learning. And that's what's the most important aspect. Sometimes we get so stuck with the events and the consequences and the situations in life that we're not able to understand that we are on a journey. It's very important always to consider yourself out of box, stay out and watch what's happening. Never ever get into that mode of that rat race or that mode of that where you have to run through the whole sequence to understand finally what happens at climax. That's a very stupid way of dealing with life. I've fallen into it many times and I've put myself out of it. One of the things that you need to do is you should have a very strong faith. For me, it is more on having a very universal faith, an understanding of people, an understanding of ideologies, and equipping yourself to sail through anything and everything and anyone and everyone, which is very, very important. Sometimes you accommodate people, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you accommodate thoughts, patterns, ideologies, processes, sometimes you don't. But the point is, it is you who is supposed to be doing the whole thing and not something or someone else. I've seen many people who come and tell me, it became like this, it happened like this. I believe that as people with the right sense, we are able to conduct anything and everything that comes into our bag of operation or whatever it is. So considering my life, looking at I would divide my 4 decades into, 4 very strong words. The first 10 years was bliss. Childhood was superb with parents around you, your father giving you the best of it, your mother giving you the best of it. I come from a mixed religious background and I was studying both and I was like, wow, it was good. And then I was accommodating all things possible and it was beautiful. And the best thing that I learned in that first 10 years is observation. That's the word. I observed and I experienced observation. I still long to go back to that first 10 years of how I used to sit and observe things, observe people. Amazing time it used to be. The next 10 years, which for me the word was struggle. We went through a lot of struggles. We went through a lot of, literally from the top of the roof to the literal bottom. We lost everything, wealth, all that we possessed. I don't know, some mismatch with respect to business and idea, and something which triggered off, and then it was out while most of us believed it could be something strange. But I went through that. It was a hard time, 10 to 20. Oh, it was a hard time. We went through so much of struggle, but we learned a lot. The experience there was we can sail through irrespective of what it is. Then came the 20 to 30. Beautiful experience, the third decade. The rebuilding of the whole thing. Get your family back, get your relationship back at home, get working on it and putting it like that. So I would say the third word would be comeback. It was a super comeback for us when we became more spiritual, godly, understood that a newer dimension. And then came the fourth decade where it was people. You set out to meet people and you learn a lot of things from the outside world. Of course, yes, from 20 to 30, you still had to learn a bit of your work, your corporate, and things of that sort. Still, it's a comeback. You're shaping up. It's the fourth word would be establishing. Establishing. I started establishing myself much better and much stronger. Met people. In my experience, I would say there are only 2 kinds of people in this world. So, as I told you, just 2 kind of people that we see in our lives. One is people who put good into you and want to see you growing good. The other set of people is to put some crap into you and make sure that you kind of take it as a challenge and work on it, or if they are not able to handle it. There are 2 kind of people that we see. But I believe that we should raise above both these kinds of people and able to manage both these kind of people. That is what I learned out of this the 30 to 40, the establishing area. Oh, that was quite a serious time, a serious relationships. When you go out, you want to be accountable, and you want to keep people accountable for work. You learn a lot of stuff. That's when you get established. So these are 4 areas which I learned. I'm just giving you glimpses of it. There are lots to it actually, and maybe on the longer talks we can talk more about it. But then these are 4 areas which I did in my 4. I divided my life into 4 decades. The first one was observation. The second one was struggle. The third one was comeback, and the fourth one was establishment. So life goes on. Life must go on, and it should give you more experiences. Exciting life ahead to go ahead. We're going to see this next decade's going to be super time, because I'm focusing on something bigger, and I'm looking at expansion. I'm looking at more people. I'm looking at more reaching out, more work, and more of all that was there. So we're going to work that out, and let's see how it's going to be. So you have to look at your own life as a super experiential learning. Go out and figure that out. Sit back and see.